Today we are going to discuss the Cambridge reading passage, Young Children's Sense of Identity. First 14 to 19 questions are to find out the paragraph from which the given statements have been taken. First statement is, an account of the method used by researchers in a particular study. Researchers ने एक particular study में जो method used किया. This statement has been taken from paragraph G. Let's see in the paragraph. In one experiment, Lewis and Brooks Gunn dabbed some red powder on the noses of the children who were playing in front of a mirror, and then observed how often they touched their noses. Next statement is, the role of imitation in developing a sense of identity. Sense of identity development में imitation मतलब copy करने का क्या मतलब है? This statement has been taken from paragraph C. Let's see in the paragraph. Another powerful source of information for infants about the effects they can have on the world around them is provided when others mimic them. जब और लोग बच्चों को कॉपी करते हैं, many parents spend a lot of time, particularly in the early months, copying their infants' vocalizations and expressions. Lewis and Brooks suggests that infants developing understanding that the movements they see in the mirror are contingent on their own, leads to a growing awareness that they are distinct from other people. तो उन्हें ये पता चलता है कि वो दूसरों से अलग हैं. Next statement is, the age at which children can usually identify a static image of themselves. कौन सी एज में बच्चों को अपनी static image मतलब जो सेम रहती है, उसके बारे में पता चलता है? This statement has been taken from paragraph G. Let's see in the paragraph. On the other hand, they found that children of 15 to 18 months are generally not able to recognize themselves unless other cues such as movement are present. अगर movement हो तो बच्चे इस उम्र में खुद को पहचान सकते हैं. Next statement is, a reason for the limitations of scientific research into self as subject. Self as subject में scientific research की limitations का कारण. This statement has been taken from paragraph D. Let's see in the paragraph. Empirical investigations of the self as subject in young children are, however, rather scarce because of difficulties of communication. तो communication की difficulties की वजह से इसकी investigation कम है. Next statement is, reference to a possible link between culture and a particular form of behavior. एक तरह के behavior और culture का आपस में link. This statement has been taken from paragraph H. Let's see in the paragraph. Often the children's disagreement involved a struggle over a toy that none of them had played with before or after the tug of war. The children seemed to be disputing ownership rather than wanting them. बच्चे ownership के लिए लड़ते हैं. Although it may be less marked in other societies, the link between the sense of self and of ownership is a notable feature of childhood in Western societies. दूसरी societies में ये कम देखने को मिलता है, और Western societies में ये एक notable feature है. Next statement is, example of the wide range of features that contribute to the sense of self as object. Self as object को contribute करने वाले बहुत सारे features. This statement has been taken from paragraph A. Let's see in the paragraph. This second step in the development of a full sense of self is what James called the self as object. This has been seen by many to be the aspect of the self which is most influenced by social elements, since it is made up of social roles such as student, brother, colleague and characteristics which derive their meaning from comparison or interaction with other people such as trustworthiness, shyness, sporting ability. तो सभी social elements उसे influence करते हैं. Next 22 to 23 questions are to match the findings with the researchers. First statement is, a sense of identity can never be formed without relationships with other people. दूसरे लोगों के relationship के बिना identity नहीं बन सकती. This finding is of Mead. Let's see in the paragraph. Mead went even further and saw the self and the social world as inextricably bound together. The self is essentially a social structure, and it arises in social experience. It is impossible to conceive of a self arising outside of social experience. हम खुद को सोशल एक्सपीरियंस के बिना डेवलप नहीं कर सकते. Next statement is, a child's awareness of self is related to a sense of mastery over things and people. बच्चों को खुद के बारे में अवेयरनेस चीजों और लोगों पे उनके कंट्रोल से रिलेट करती है. This finding is of Cooley. Let's see in the paragraph. Cooley believed that people build up their sense of identity from the reactions of others to them, and from the view they believe others have of them. Next statement is, at a certain age, children's sense of identity leads to aggressive behavior. एक एज में आकर बच्चों की सेंस ऑफ आइडेंटिटी अग्रेसिव बिहेवियर को जन्म देती है. दिस फाइंडिंग इज ऑफ ब्रॉन्सन. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. Bronson found that the intensity of the frustration and anger in their disagreements increased sharply between the ages of 1 and 2 years. Next statement is, observing their own reflection contributes to children's self-awareness. अपनी रिफ्लेक्शन को ऑब्जर्व करने से बच्चों की सेल्फ अवेयरनेस बढ़ती है. दिस फाइंडिंग इज ऑफ लुइस एंड ब्रुक्स गन. लेट्स सी इन द पैराग्राफ. Lewis and Brooks Gunn suggest that infants developing understanding that the movements they see in the mirror are contingent on their own, leads to a growing awareness that they are distinct from other people. Next, 24 to 26 questions are to complete the summary by using only one word. This summary is about how children acquire a sense of identity. Let's start. First, children come to realize that they can have an effect on the world around them, for example by handling objects or causing the image to move when they face a dash. बच्चों को पता चलता है कि उनके आसपास की दुनिया पर उनका असर होता है जब वो किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को हैंडल करते हैं और जब वो किसी चीज में अपनी इमेजेस को मूव करते हैं. Let's see in the paragraph, infants developing understanding that the movements they see in the mirror. So its answer is mirror. Next question is, this aspect of self-awareness is difficult to research directly because of dash problem. इस प्रॉब्लम की वजह से self-awareness की रिसर्च नहीं हो पाई. Let's see in the paragraph, empirical investigations of the self as subject in young children are, however rather scarce because of difficulties of communication. So its answer is communication. Next question is, secondly, children start to become aware of how they are viewed by others. One important stage in this process is the visual recognition of themselves which usually occurs when they reach the age of 2. बच्चे इस बात को समझना शुरू कर देते हैं कि दूसरे उन्हें कैसे देखते हैं. ऐसा विजुअल रिकॉग्निशन की वजह से होता है जब वो 2 साल के होते हैं. In Western societies at least, the development of self-awareness is often linked to a sense of dash and can lead to disputes. Western societies में self-awareness को इसके साथ लिंक किया जाता है, जिसकी वजह से झगड़ा होता है. Let's see in the paragraph, the link between the sense of self and of ownership is a notable feature of childhood in Western societies. So its answer is ownership. I hope this video is beneficial to you. If yes, then please like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.